G'day, it's Tom the Bearded Broker. I thought I'd talk to you today about 5 simple tips to remember when buying a house. So the first one is going to be never enter a negotiation empty-handed. So whether that is getting a pest inspection or a building inspection or talking to some tradies, getting an idea about what it's going to cost to get a certain piece of work done, go in there with something tangible. Here's a report that says this needs to happen. That way you've got that and you can actually negotiate based on something tangible rather than just your thoughts or the owner's thoughts. The second thing is going to be separate your emotions. Now, particularly when it comes to owner-occupied residences, people, the sellers and the buyers get caught up in their emotions. You know, the seller is like, this is my house. I don't want to sell it for less than whatever. And the buyer says, well, I love this place. I love it. And they will quite typically overspend. So if you separate your emotions and say, rationally, logically, it's worth this much. I will negotiate up to this point, and beyond that, I will walk away. So that way, A, you're not in danger of paying too much for the property, and B, if you don't get the property, you're not hung up on it. You're not going to be too upset because your emotions are separated from the logical aspect of actually trying to buy the place. Now, third, remember this is someone else's house, so you will have to concede some points. You know, they've got certain hang-ups, they've got certain things about the house that they're really emotionally caught up in. So you will have to concede some points. Just remember that when negotiating, you have to try to understand the other person's perspective. So Stephen Covey says, seek first to understand and then to be understood. So find out what is important to the seller. Find out, do they want a shorter settlement period, or do they want a longer settlement period? Or do they want to, whatever it might be, do they want to keep this part or sell this part along with the house? So find out what they want and see if you can incorporate that into your negotiations. It's not all about price. There are other things which people find important. Number 4, the answer will always be no if you don't ask. So you never know what the owner is willing to concede. It may be you really like a certain fixture or fitting and you say, hey, I want this included. I'm happy to pay the same price you're asking, but I want this as well, or whatever it might be. But you don't know if you don't ask. And finally, keep your cards close to your chest. You might really like the place. You might want to go back 3 or 4 or 5 times. And theoretically, you can do this. It all depends upon, the availability of the agent and the tenant. But do you really want to do that? Because, if you do that, you're showing the seller how much you really like it. So you might go through once or twice. Sure, that's pretty standard. Beyond that, you can drive around the area. You can Google map it. You can knock on doors nearby to find out what the area is like. You don't have to keep going through the place. So here are the 5 simple tips. I'm going to list them below. I've also written an article at thebeardedbrokerwa.wordpress.com. Check it out. Please comment and share this video. If you know anyone that's buying or wants to refinance, mention my name, Tom the Bearded Broker, 0432883081. Until next time, I'm Tom the Bearded Broker.